Hello there, it's Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk, and today I thought we'd have a quick look at this. Now, this arrived in the post today. Hopefully it's what I think it is. If it isn't what I think it is, then it's a pile of spare parts from my lawnmower, in which case you probably won't get to see this. But anyway, this is a computer which I've wanted in my collection for a very, very long time. But quite frankly, they sell for a horrendous amount of money. I could never actually justify buying one in good condition. But I spotted this the other day. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can see the reveal as I open this thing. All I will say is, if you may know me, I have a bit of a thing for ZX Spectrums and ZX Spectrum related products. I have just about every Spectrum made. I've got from a Rubber Key 48. I haven't actually got a Rubber Key 16. I really do need to find one. But I've got Rubber Key 48, Spectrum Plus, Spectrum 128K Toast Rack, Spectrum Grey Spectrum Plus 2, Black Spectrum Plus 2A, Spectrum Plus 3, and then I have a one or two of the Soviet era clone Spectrums. This is something on them lines. It was a computer sold in the UK, wasn't sold for very long, and not very many were sold, hence its rarity now. Anyway, without further ado, let's get in here and see exactly what I've got. And I'll tell you the issues with it, and exactly. People might think I'm an absolute idiot or a sadist for buying this with bits missing, because it doesn't work. Well, it sort of works a bit, but it's not in fully working order, and it's not complete. But like I said, these things sell for horrendous amounts of money. I never honestly thought I would ever be able to buy one. So let's get in here and I'll show you what I've got. Okay, that's the box open. And well, that doesn't show you much, does it? So we bought a big box of bubble wrap. Let's see if we can get in here a little bit further. Some people may have already figured out what this is just by the fact it's a slightly unusual shape. Let's get this out. Is anyone getting a little bit warmy now? Go a little bit further. Take another. I think everyone can figure out what it is now. Yep. I splurged and I splashed out. And I must say, the guy has done a very nice job on packaging it. But what we have is a Sam Coupe. What was at one point referred to as the Super Spectrum. Now these things sell for, like I said, horrendous amounts of money in good condition. So this one is not in brilliant condition. From what I've seen, it does power up. It has issues with the keyboard. Basically, a lot of the keys don't work on it, and it's missing its disk drive. Apart from that, apparently it does function. That's all I've got is the computer. I haven't got a power supply for it. I haven't got any manuals, literature, anything with it. I just got the Sam Coupe, like I said, minus a disk drive, and it's got a faulty keyboard. Oh, it has one of the little feet on that side's missing as well, so I'm going to have to see what I can do with that. And maybe I'll take one of these off and take a mould from it and make a new foot for there. That's not going to be too much of an issue. I'm not going to do anything with it really on this video. This was a really quick little just unboxing video. Like, I'll just spin it round and have a look at the back. And they are really well. We've got power in here. Now I know it takes excuse me, it takes 5 volts and 12 volts. So one of the first things we'll have to do is make up a power supply for it. We have SCART video output there. I presume is one of these I think that's reset and that's the on button. We've got a 5-pin DIN there. Again, I'm not sure exactly what that is. We've got a 3.5 jack. We've got the edge connector expansion. Presume that's a reset switch. Again, we've got a DIN plug. What I presume is a joystick input. Like again, I really don't know the Sam Coupe at all. I've always wanted one. I remember seeing them in magazines in the very, very, very late 80s. And thinking, oh, they're cool. I had an Amstrad myself at the time, but even then I thought they looked a really cool computer. I've got some other DIN plugs there that I'm not sure what they do. And well, one of them is going to be a reset button, but I'm not sure which one it is. It does have its Sam Coupe label on the back. That seems to have been screwed down. I've never seen that before. These are just stuck on with a bit of tape or something. And it has got a bit of where people have scratched phone numbers and things into the bottom of it, and a postcode and what have you. Probably leave that on. It's part of the history of the computer. But yeah, like I said, we have an MGT Sam Coupe. So like I say, in the next video I'm going to do on this, it won't be for a little bit, I don't think, because I'm very, very busy with other projects. But we'll make a power supply for it. We'll have to get the pin out for the back of it, and we'll make a power supply for it. We don't need anything fancy video-wise to connect it up, just a SCART lead. So that's nice and handy. And we'll get it fired up and make sure it does indeed do what it's meant to do. Then we may have, well, obviously we're going to crack it open and we can have a proper look in that video inside it and how it all works inside. We'll have a look at repairing the keyboard on it. They use a membrane keyboard, these, and they do fail. It's quite common for find a Sam Coupe with a non-functioning keyboard. Fortunately, what I have found there is a reproduction keyboard membrane available for them for about £25. Which, yeah, it's more than you'd pay for like one for a Spectrum, but for a rare computer like this, that's not at all bad. I believe there was only 12,000 of these ever produced, and I mean some went to the continent and around the world, so how many of these are actually in the UK? It's not going to be a huge amount, especially not now, especially what, like 29 years after it was actually produced. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now, so you will be seeing this in an upcoming video when we actually start cracking into it and get it up and running. But for now, thanks for watching and goodbye.